You've been scammed, and it's probably the biggest scam in the entire personal development world. The scam is this: we all have the same 24 hours in a day. Now, technically, that's true, but strategically, it's the most misleading statement ever. The real difference between those who succeed and those who just get by isn't in the number of hours they have. It's in the strategy they use to invest those hours. Think about it. We're taught to manage our time, to squeeze more tasks into our day. But what if that's the wrong game entirely? Jim Rohn, who many call the architect of modern success philosophy, didn't just manage his time, he mastered the art of life management. And he believed it all boiled down to a few powerful, non-negotiable laws. Rohn famously said, "Time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time." This means every single second, you are spending an irreplaceable currency. The only question is, are you spending it on liabilities that drain you, or are you investing it in assets that build your future? Let us break down the 3 core laws that can shift you from being a time spender to a time investor. Law number 1 is the daily design versus the daily drift. Look, successful people don't magically find time for what's important. They design their day around it. They practice what Rohn called the hour of power. This is the first 60 minutes of the day, dedicated entirely to shaping their mindset, their body, and their plan for the day ahead. On the other side, you have the drifters. Unsuccessful people let their day happen to them. They wake up, grab their phone, and instantly their day is hijacked by emails, social media notifications, and other people's urgent agendas. They become tenants in their own day, not the architects. So, how do you apply this? It's simple. Tonight, before you go to sleep, take just 5 minutes. Write down the 1, 2, or at most 3 most important tasks for tomorrow. These are the things that, if you get them done, will make the day a win, no matter what else happens. Then, when you wake up, here's the crucial part. Do not check your phone for the first hour. No social media, no news, no email. That first hour is yours. Invest it in yourself. Read something that inspires you. Plan out your day in detail. Do a quick workout. Meditate. You are the architect of your day, not a passive observer. You build the frame before the world tries to fill it with noise. This brings us to the second law, the leverage principle. Most people have a to-do list a mile long. They try to prioritize their schedule. Rohn taught the opposite. Don't prioritize your schedule. Schedule your priorities. The key to massive success and wealth isn't doing more things. It's leverage. And the greatest form of leverage you have is your focus. Rohn sighed. The few things you do each day are more important than the many things you do. This is the Pareto principle on steroids. Here's how to apply it. Conduct what I call the Rohn 80/20 audit. Look at your life, your business, your health, your relationships. Ask yourself honestly, what are the 20% of activities that are generating 80% of my positive results? In your career, what are the high-leverage tasks that actually move the needle, that lead to promotions or revenue growth? In your health, what are the few habits that give you the most energy? Identify that critical 20%. Your mission is to double down on those activities. Protect time for them in your calendar as if they were million-dollar meetings. For the other 80% of busy work, the low-impact tasks, you have to learn to delegate, automate, or simply eliminate them. Stop being busy and start being effective. And that leads us to the third, and perhaps most powerful law. The compound minutes effect. We are terrible at judging time. We dramatically overestimate what we can achieve in a single day, which leads to burnout and disappointment. But we criminally underestimate what we can achieve in a decade of small, consistent, daily actions. Jim Rohn's true genius was in understanding the mind-blowing power of the compound effect, not just with money, but with minutes. Think about all the time you waste. You tell yourself, I don't have time to read, or I don't have time to learn a new skill. But you do. You have pockets of potential all throughout your day. The 15 minutes you spend waiting for a meeting to start. The 20-minute commute to work. The 30 minutes you scroll on your phone before falling asleep. These aren't just empty moments. They are opportunities. What if you invested those scattered minutes? What if, instead of scrolling, you listened to an audiobook on finance or leadership? Just 60 minutes of focused learning per day pieced together from these wasted moments compounds into over 365 hours of self-education in a single year. That's the equivalent of 9 40-hour work weeks dedicated to your personal growth. That is how you become an entirely different, more capable person in a year. So, this is the system. It's a 3-part engine for achievement. First, you design your day with intention, especially that first hour, to ensure your high-leverage priorities are set. Second, you apply leverage by focusing intensely on that 20% of activities that deliver 80% of the results, scheduling them into your day. And third, you trust the compound minutes effect, using those small pockets of time to consistently invest in yourself. This isn't about time management anymore. It's about life construction. It's about building a life of purpose, meaning, and achievement, one well-invested hour at a time. Now, your challenge isn't to go and overhaul your entire life tonight. That's a recipe for failure. Your challenge is to pick one of these laws and implement it tomorrow. Just one. Maybe it's simply designing your first hour. Wake up and don't touch your phone. Or maybe it is identifying one high-leverage task and blocking out 2 hours of focused time to work on it. So, let me give you the simple action steps. 1. Design your tomorrow. Tonight. 2. Find your leverage by identifying your 20%. And 3. Start investing your wasted minutes in learning. If you're ready to stop drifting and finally start designing the life you deserve, show some love by hitting that like button, and make sure you subscribe for more practical wisdom that actually works. And I'm genuinely curious, which of these 3 laws, design a leverage or compounding, do you need to master the most right now in your own life? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.